let's talk about you truly being the most authentic version of you and how that is going to lead to one of your greatest assets. So, today I'm going to get into why you showing up truly who you are and actually getting people to see who you are can be your greatest asset. So, first thing is you have to be comfortable with who you are and you have to truly know the values you stand for. Most of us are stuck literally at level one of this. Most of us don't have values, most of us don't know who we are, and most of us are kind of just letting other people lead us because we aren't leaders ourselves and we don't really know like where to turn and who to follow. And I have to be honest, there's not a lot of leaders in today's world. Everyone just tries to like copy each other, and that's truly not a leader. A leader creates this vision that most people don't have and then starts to go after that, and then many people then tend to follow. Those are called followers. The leader is the person that actually sets the tone and creates something completely different. And so starting at level one here of not knowing our values, I want to start there. If you don't know what you stand for, then you have to evaluate that. And so when I evaluate, like, what do I truly stand for? I think about the qualities that someone has personally said about myself, like to me, about me. Most people say I'm determined. Most people say I'm a competitor. Most people say that whatever I say that I want is going to come true. Most people will say I'm very giving. Most people will say that I'm very caring and care about them. Most people say I'm result driven. So when I think about the values that I bring to the table, is personally, they say I'm a hard worker because I work my freaking butt off, right? So I value people, for me personally, I value people that work hard. I value people that have had some kind of pain in their life because I've had massive amounts of pain that is actually that I've used to my benefit, not used to my hindrance. It hasn't hindered me, it's only empowered me. Okay, it could go either way for someone, but for me, I've taken it and used it as my superpower. Um, I I value someone that can communicate effectively. I value someone that's willing to go outside the box and not be a very type A person. I value people that are just willing to try. We don't have to do it perfectly, but I want people to just try their hardest. I value people that are in it no matter what, like that are just in it. They're with you, they're in it. I value that. I value loyalty. I value someone that works out. I value someone that is just a nice human. Like that's just a nice body. Like, you know, just someone that's nice in their core, you know? And so, like, those are things that I personally value. And so, when we're looking at trying to build an asset, you know, you truly want to be authentically you. So, number one, you have to come up with what you value. Number two, you would then have to come up with a way of how to communicate your value to people. So I don't go on social media and I'm like, hey, I'm a leader. I value people that have had a lot of pain. But what I do tell people is a story about pain I've gone through. And if they can relate, then they're probably someone that's gone through that pain, right? So like that's a win-win. I value people that have gone through pain because I know they understand me, and I understand them, right? And so you you showing your values through storytelling is step number 2 on social media so that people get to know, like, and trust you. And when people authentically know who you are, then the people that are more like you are going to want to hang out with you. People that are less like you are probably going to less likely hang out with you. So it basically, you're saying in step 2, you're either going to be repelled away from me, or I'm going to be attracted to you. And so you start to then attract the right clients or the right people into your life. And when you have the right people for you personally, okay, you start to actually love your life because you're not getting the people that are only there because their doctor sent them. You're not getting the people for coaching clients that kind of want to start a business but don't really and don't want to put in the work. Like, I'm getting the actual authentic people that actually want to do the thing. And that makes our hearts explode because we're actually then going to get the outcome because there's two willing participants here, right? So you have to be very mindful of that. It's who are you attracting? Now, there's another piece of this, which is also like part number 3. You can also attract people by, I had this body blur thing, which I'm going to show you. I haven't posted it yet. But basically, it makes you look tanner and hides all your veins in your leg. Okay? And instead of going to like it, spray tan is a thing that you can just quickly do at home and you're instantly toner and tanner. Who doesn't want that? Okay, we're going back to Jersey Shore Snooki days. We're not getting that tan, but at least it just makes you look better. Okay. And if I post that and my audience is like, yes, I love this crap, like give me more of it, cool, then I know those are my people. If they're like, oh my God, this thing sucks, like I know they're not my people. Like that's just it. And so I need to attract more of the people that like the body blur versus the people that don't like the body blur. And so I think that's huge, showing up authentically you. And I think the fourth thing to this is tell stories that make you so scared to freaking tell on social media that you want to go cry and go in a hole. Because when you're able to actually do that, that means you're about to share something that is so personal, but that can go so deep with someone else that you may not even know the impact that you're creating. So I tell everything on social media. I tell about every weakness I have on social media with my learning disability, and I couldn't write, I couldn't read, I still can't read, I can't hear, like all that stuff. I still talk about it on social media. Because when you're able to, that's authentically me. I've never read a book in my life. So if I say, here's my top 10 book list that I'm going to give you guys, you'll never hear me say that ever, because that's not authentically me. However, I will say these are the top 10 podcasts because I'm an auditory person. So I'm going to listen to podcast after podcast and say, hey, there's a top podcast I highly recommend you listen to. That's authentically me. Conversely, I'll give you another example. If I show up in sweatpants on one slide on Instagram, and then I show up within this like most high-end, beautiful, dress that I have on, both versions are actually me. I go to the extreme on both ends. I like a good sweatpants set, okay, from AV. That's typically what I'll be wearing, okay? And it's still, I don't know. I mean, the AV stuff is expensive. It's probably like $300 to $500 for each sweatpants set, okay? Versus, you'll also see me in a high-end dress because I like both. I like both. And I'm authentically going to show up both ways. Because if I just showed me in these high-end dresses, that's not truly deep down who I am. I like to be active. I like to be outside. I like to move. And then I also like to be all girly, get all dressed up. So I'm like both. I have both sides of me. And you got to show both sides, not just one way. And I think that's important because the right people will be attracted to you. And the wrong people will go away. And it will only then lead to more happiness in your business and more authentically you growing it the way you intend to make it grow with the right people. Because here's what happens when you get the wrong people in your programs or your business or whatever else. It is a nightmare. It's like pulling teeth out of these people to make them move, and or they're annoying the crap out of you, or like they're just sitting in the corner with like a grumpy face on, and that doesn't make. And yeah, sure, they're paying money, but you don't want those people there. Like, I don't want those people around me. Just you sitting in the corner quietly brings down my energy. Like, I can't have that. I must have you leave if you're not willing to participate in whatever we're doing. Like, I just must have to have you leave because I can just feel, I'm an empath, so I can feel people's energy like this. I know exactly what's going on in 2 seconds. I can read people like this too. Before anyone even says anything, if you were just standing within, 100 yards of me, I can feel your energy, 100%. And if people have negative energy, I have to get them away from me because I don't tolerate any negative energy in my life at all. I've learned that. You must back away. because I have such high energy. And one person can literally take down my energy. So if you know that about you, then you need to make sure that you show up authentically you and keep attracting the right people in your life. That's another way. If I'm showing up like, hi, I'm here today, I'm going to talk to you about this, you're going to attract the most grumpy, non energetic people in your life. And the likelihood of you wanting to continue to do what you're doing is going to be so slim because you're attracting the wrong people. Because you need to change. So part of this, if like your true authentic self becoming your biggest asset, well, some of y'all, you got to change first and then become your true authentic self. But you need to record the process of you changing, because maybe the version of you right now, many people are not attracted to. And so you are getting the wrong clients because you are attracting the wrong clients because of the energy that you're putting off. So something else to think about. Okay? But if you have good energy, you're going to typically attract the good people. Okay? So, yeah, just be mindful that really you being authentically you telling your worst stories, you telling the worst things that ever happened, your worst fears, your worst failures, you're showing up just like you in a ponytail doing dishes, laundry, with your kids running around, your messy car, like all the things, that's authentic. People want that. People want that. They're going to be more attracted to you. So the lesson here today is first find what do you value? Then start putting that out there. Put out all your fears, put out all your frustrations, put out all the things that make you feel not worthy, and say that to the freaking internet. And it's super scary, but I need you to do that as an exercise because it will be freeing. Because you're like, oh my God, I just told 400 people that just watched my reel that I have this problem. I wet the bed every night. I don't know, whatever it is, okay? Like, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I just told them that. I don't have to keep this as a secret anymore. And you're gonna be able to authentically keep showing up. And then that is gonna get the right people in your world and be super happy on what you built. So that's my advice, is why and how you should build something authentically that goes to you to become your biggest business asset. All right, guys, we'll talk soon.